Our first stop is at the Thornton Winery in Temecula, California, where I get to hang out with my old friend Don Ria, who just happens to be one of the best winemakers in the area. And we meet and share a meal with executive chef Steve Piquel from Cafe Champagne. I'm glad that you invited me back, Don, because the first time we met, and I don't think you were offended, but I've met a lot of wine people. I said, you're like a beer guy that likes wine.
Yeah.
And what was your response?
Takes a lot of good beer to make great wine.
Amen. Very good.
Good. Well, this is our 1999 Brut Reserve. And this, you know, for me, first of all, we make Method Champenois, or true, you know, sparkling wine in the champagne fashion. And for me, I don't actually make a reserve every year like a lot of people do. I only make reserves in years that the fruit is actually of quality to make reserve. You know, and because if you make a reserve every year, just throw the word, you know, you throw the word reserve around. It just dilutes the word. So
see how much classier he is than me? Dilutes. I say trash.
Trash. Yeah, trash.
You're
dilutes.
fine.
You know? So this is our this is the creme de la creme of our sparklings.
It is.
So this is the 2007 Viognier, and you know, Viognier being a Rhone varietal, little finicky to grow in certain areas. We'll find it does very well here in Temecula Valley, and you know, when you don't make it like a Chardonnay, like a lot of people tend to do in California, and you really make it as like a Viognier to show the varietal characteristics of Viognier, let Viognier shine. It's a beautiful thing.
So the first thing we have in front of us.
So the first thing is the ahi and avocado tower, and that's going to go great with the champagne and the Viognier that he's got here tonight. It'll work well also with some red wine, in my opinion. So it can stand up to some of the lighter reds that Don produces.
Wow, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of different flavors. Yeah, those mushrooms are kind of sneak up on you.
Let me grab an avocado.
Yeah, please do.
The spice on the tuna, and then the mushrooms, which have just so many different flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, layers and layers of flavors in the mushroom. That's what's nice. So you put these two wines out here with the sparkling wine and then the Viognier. Because the Viognier is real floral. It's not overpowering because there's so much going on in the dish. You want something that's going to complement it and not overpower it. So between that and then with the sparkling wine with that pepper, with the seared ahi, is a great cleanser. Kind of cleans the palate up right behind it. Plus you get that nice, you know, rich texture, nice aromas, yeasty aromas in the sparkling.
Yeah, you're correct though.
Really matches everything that's going on in the mushrooms, that complexity of the mushrooms. Great match. And the last thing is the acidity of the sparkling wine, because it's that higher acidity. It really balances everything out.
Okay, well in front of me I've got the grilled lamb T-bone chops, and they've been just smothered in garden herbs and olive oil and grilled to a desired temperature. And underneath we simply have just ratatouille. Ratatouille is kind of a French originated vegetable stew. In this case we've added olives to it, and then over the top of the lamb we put an Argentinian sauce, a chimichurri sauce on top, which consists of just green garden herbs, garlic, some capers.
And a huge sprig of basil grown right out.
Right outside, picked fresh just for these plates tonight.
Now, how do you like your meat cooked?
I like mine, I like lamb medium rare.
Yeah.
Medium rare.
And it's got to be a good cut of lamb though to be medium rare.
It's got a good cut.
Otherwise it could be chewy.
Yeah. Well, this is the Cadillac of the lamb. It's the equivalent of a sirloin steak and a filet mignon of the lamb, kind of stuck together on the bone.
Now with that dish, what would you pair with that?
That is paired with our 2006 Estate Syrah, which is our grown right here on the estate. The nice thing is it's my fruit, my grapes, so I determine everything from start to finish, how it's grown viticulturally out there, how it's cropped, you know, when it's picked, everything I do in the winery, everything is geared toward it. I actually have barrels specifically made to age this wine, and so this wine's my baby, by far.
Okay, now this in front of me, chef?
These are our braised short ribs, boneless beef short ribs.
Stay away.
They're on a
I know he's looking over here.
Yeah.
creme fresh mashed potatoes, and over the top is our Provençal sauce made with Don's red wine. And then Provençal, meaning it has olives in there and it has tomatoes and herbs.
A lot of flavors going on too, and they're, I guess I'd almost say real heavy because they're all laying right on your tongue. What would you pair with that?
The 2006 Nebbiolo, because it is that big flavor, and our Nebbiolo is probably one of the biggest structured California Nebbiolos you'll ever taste. Big fruit, big black fruit, great spice, a little hint of leather, just goes fantastically with it.
Don's got the grilled pork tenderloin, and that's just got some pepper on the outside, a little bit of olive oil. And that's paired up with some green beans today with some almonds on top. And then there's a mascarpone cheese risotto cake. So we make risotto the traditional way, fold in mascarpone cheese at the last minute.
Wow.
And then refrigerate overnight and then cut them into cylinders. And then reheat them basically, kind of get a nice golden crisp crust on top.
How can you go wrong with that?
Perfect.
And that's with a tart cherry demi-glace on top of the pork.
So you got a lot of stuff going on there with the risotto, but then that dark cherry, the demi-glace on top.
That's what I'm looking forward to trying the Syrah with this because of that cherry, that component.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don't let us stop you. Now you've been up here how long?
Over 6 years now. Yep.
And you've got a reputation in the area, and it's a good one.
That's good. That's good to hear.
I'm always excited. You know what I love coming over here is, like you had said earlier, Steve, and I will paraphrase it. There's not egos going on here. You guys know you do what you do, and you do it very well. Great food, great wines, great little marriage.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. Everybody wins, and it's, you know, this dining room full of people that win every day of the week when they're out here, and you have beautiful grounds to look at.
Yeah, you know, it's really the marriage of food and wine and the enjoyment of that together is really, you know, Steve and I win when the customers are happy. When we can see the smile on their face and the enjoyment that they get out of the food and wine, that's our success.
And you got great bosses.
Yeah.
They're good guys.
Yep. There's
You don't have to say it, I will. They're good
people,
guys.
Good people.
Yeah, good people. Guys, thank you very much. Con, always a treat to see you.
Absolutely, my friend.
Chef,
Cheers.
thanks for taking us in your kitchen.
Anytime.